Laana, the cursed lion of Africa. Curses and scars left by fatal victims. The story of 30 days of terror in a small village in Africa has been portrayed in history. The beast is hungry for flesh and has turned its attention to humans in a territory governed by divisions and disputes over politics. Even the jungle does not know peace. Discover the narrative of Laana the lion, a natural-born hunter driven by loneliness and a willingness to go to any length to attain her objective. Kindly click on the like and subscribe button as it's completely free, and stay updated on our posts. Turn on the notification bell. Let's get started. In 1992, in the Ruang area, South Sudan, Africa. South Sudan, located in northeast Africa, is a young country with a large wilderness. However, due to hunting methods, several species have become scarce. South Sudan is one of the most vulnerable areas on the African continent. Many towns are governed by groups, and cruel and slave-like employment is common. Extreme political conflicts are a daily reality for the inhabitants, and many communities still remain. Despite the prevalence of crime and weaponry among minors, a cursed lion developed to demonstrate that a feline's rage may be more destructive than human avarice. Ruang, a region in South Sudan, is known for its vast expanses of land, cattle ranches, cities, and villages. Gemstone trafficking and exploitation are prevalent, and isolated villages develop an exotic balance with local factions. On November 12, 1992, one of these villages experienced a real and materialized nightmare. The women were fetching water from the river, a daily task in the region where felines were scarce. They were unconcerned about lions and were willing to walk alone if necessary. However, as they returned to the village, they were surprised by a large male lion emerging from the bushes and leaping directly onto them. After being startled and fleeing, a group of spear hunters went to catch the lion, but it had already left, leaving only the remains of its prey behind. It was unusual to see a lion in those lands after so many years, especially alone and close to human activity. Typically, lions live in groups of young males and avoid entering village territories. Without a trace, they assumed it was a nomadic lion and the incident was isolated. The village assumed the first attack was caused by a nomadic lion and dismissed it as an isolated incident. However, only 3 days later, 2 fishermen were attacked near the river, a father and son. The father and son gathered at the river to fish that afternoon and stayed behind to repair their leaking boat after fishing, but they did not return home that day, and the villagers suspected that the lion had returned and it was too dangerous to go looking for the 2 fishermen, father and son, with the huge feline prowling in the area. The next day their suspicions were confirmed, only their remains was discovered on the riverbanks. The population decided to seek help because they lacked firearms and feared using their spears would enrage the lion. Only a few villagers made their way to the nearest base of the faction that controlled the area, which was a day's journey on foot. The lion attacked again that night, but remained silent and patient until one of the residents stepped out. The mysterious disappearance of one of the elders was connected to another dangerous attack by the lion. Anxiety was evident among the community, and the lion was given the name Laana, meaning cursed in Swahili. It was believed that the lion had been cursed to reside in solitude, so it turned its hatred and anger against everything and everyone that walked its path. Upon arriving at the village, the hunters concluded to search for the lion after learning about Laana's most recent victim. Regardless of their lack of experience, they had a vehicle at their disposal. Nevertheless, the fuel was insufficient to look for the lion, so they walked into the forest instead. Laana carefully traced every detail from men and women's journeys to the river to the farming area, the children's stays alongside elderly people in the village, and hunters' departure to the wilderness. Despite the fact that attention was heightened at night and in all infiltration environments, the invisible predator went on to feast on a grim banquet of humans, cutting short the lives of people of all ages. As time went by, the only alternatives were to arm some of the villagers or bring in more men to hunt the monstrous beast, as no one knew when the lion was going to attack again. The 2 men who had come to hunt the lion left to their base and took 4 days to come back to the village. This time, they gathered 3 additional comrades who were proficient in handling weapons to terminate the cursed lion's life. They separated to monitor the village's activities and ensured one member was always present in case the lion emerged. The men had begun fishing and were in their boats when Laana attacked again on December 12, 1992, but this would be the last time it would occur in the same area. The hunter assigned to track the lion watched intently from the river bank, and suddenly he spotted it hidden among the vegetation. Without hesitation or planning, he aimed and shot, but he missed. Instead of running away, Laana approached the man and bit his forearm, which he instinctively put in front of his neck to protect himself. With the lion's teeth locked on his forearm, the man fired again, bringing Laana to the ground and ending the 30-day curse that the village had to endure. Laana was an adult, healthy lion with typical scars for an animal of his age. He had no wounds on his body or in his mouth that would have justified his personal attacks on human beings rather than natural prey. It is unclear why the animal was by himself or what set off its rage towards that village. Over the course of the 30-day curse, Laana claimed 16 lives and left a severe wound on his executive's forearm. Lion incidents are still uncommon in the area, and based on what we have discovered, attacks like this have not been formally documented there as well. If you have any additional information or thoughts on the case, please kindly share it in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.